We're gonna have a rock and roll party tonight. Here we go.
Let's talk more rock. Welcome to Old Drunken Discography. I'm your host, Jason. My other host is Tim.
Hi.
And Bill.
They let me back on the show.
Yes, you guys are still here. Thank you for that. And we're talking Propagandhi. Each week, one of us picks an artist. I picked Propagandhi. Last week, Bill picked Nickelback. Next week, Tim picked Ghost. So if you like those bands, check us out. Like, subscribe. Leave us a comment down below. Tell us how wrong we are for anything. We don't care. All right, today we're talking Let's Talk More Rock. And this is an interesting album.
All right.
There's a lot of talk on this album.
Yeah. But there's a lot of rock too, for sure.
So I want to start this one off.
All right. Let's
actually, my overall note was the fact there was a lot of talking. However,
it's fucking great.
It worked. But I feel like there was times it got to be a little bit much from the talking standpoint. Let's see. I thought that their intro was a pretty decent intro. It wasn't, oh my god, earth-shattering, but it wasn't weak. Like, it was decent. And then we follow it with nailing Descartes to the wall. And it was quick. It was here. It was gone. I initially thought it was just part of the first song, but it was its own song. It's like, oh, okay, so we're back to doing this formula for punk rock, which, was similar to another punk rock band, which, due to YouTube comments, I'm not gonna mention anymore.
Hey, don't be scared of them commenters.
Right?
I mean,
everybody needs to know about the Descendants.
Right.
Go watch that episode.
No, he's talking about COC, aren't you?
Well, I'm talking about Descendants on that aspect. Just like having a quick little song in there.
Okay.
Which, I mean, that's everyone does need to know. I didn't know about Descendants, and it's a crime against humanity if you don't know about the Descendants.
Leave a comment down below and tell us how much you love Bill.
Or how much you don't. It's okay. I read it anyways. I'm not going to respond, but I'll read it.
I'll respond.
Let's talk more rock. Oh, felt like it was... Oh, gosh. It was alright. It got to be a little bit at the end, much at the end, I thought. I don't know. It was decent. I'm gonna blitz through a couple of these here. Anchorless, it was weird hearing a softer rock song from them. At least that was my opinion. Kind of was like, oh, they would be interesting, I feel like, as a soft, radio, not radio rock, but like a soft general rock band.
Indie rock.
Yeah. Rio de San Atlanta, it happened. That was about what happened. Then we get the public disservice announcement from Shell.
Ding, 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 ding,
Oh my god.
Ding, ding, ding.
I don't want to call it a top song contender. But holy shit.
But it's a top song contender.
Fucking epic.
Yeah.
Like, god damn. The fact, I mean, was that cut, copy, pasted from what Shell said for some of that, or?
Yeah, it was from an article
Like a
from the
press
Winnipeg
release or
free
something.
release article thing. It was a quote.
But holy shit. The fact that they did that. Out of context is like, what the hell is this? But like, in context is like, god damn. That's the best fucking thing ever.
All right.
And then we get to nation states. I mean, it happened, but then we get to preteen McCarthyist. Which
It was a great title right off the bat. What a great title.
And then the song, I'll call it a song because there was music playing, but it it was fucking good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They got resisting tyrannical government. It's like, okay, top song contender again. I like the references in it, and the I'm too drunk to read are great. I think I'm talking about the man. Whatever I was talking about, it was goddamn good. That's all I know.
It was good.
It was good. Gifts, it happened. Relative to everything else around it. Then we get to the only good fascist is very dead fascist. And, we're back to a good song. Good to great. People's History of the World, it's kind of weird. That was the one that was kind of like a Planet Earth documentary for part of it, right? If I'm remembering it properly. Where it's just also just, not monotone, but, voice act, describing things happening. And then you go back to song. Right in the middle of it? Or am I thinking of a different one here?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, if my notes are correct, I think you're talking about the next song, The State Lottery, where they sampled Noam Chomsky.
Yeah, that's the next one.
Okay. So I might have switched that around here. Okay, no, that makes sense. Because State Lottery makes more sense. Okay. Yep. So, People's History World, it was a good song. I liked it. I mean, the lyrics throughout this album were phenomenal, I thought. They're refusing to be a man. That's a lot to swallow in a song. I thought, at least. Lot to unpack in that one. And I thought that was one hell of a closing track, honestly. Maybe not so much instrumentally, but lyrically especially. I thought that was a good punch to end the album. So yeah, that's what I thought of it.
All right, I'll go next. Same lineup as How to Clean. You got John, Chris, Jord. It's a weird one. I don't know. They took a lot of shit live for talking too much. And so they called their next album Let's Talk More Rock, which obviously there's more talk than the last album on this one, so that's kind of funny. PC Fascist, what an opening track. I'll call you on your shit. Please call me on mine. And then the lead into Nailing Desecrates. It's fucking chef's kiss. So many ideologies and different ways of thinking, at least to my age at the time. And it was told so damn well. One of my favorite lines of Nailing is, I have recognized one form of oppression, now I recognize the rest, and life's too short to make another shorter. Let's talk, take the meaning of Nirvana's In Bloom and amplify it by 10,000%. That's Let's Talk More Rock. I implore you to look up live versions of this song, top song contender. Anchorless, first full John Kay song on a studio album. Still one of my favorite John Kay songs. I prefer the Propagandhi version over the Weakerthans version, but probably just for me knowing this one first. Rio, a fucking banger about class war, public disservice, you already talked about. Nation States, more than just fucking happen. That's a top song contender. So damn fun to sing. The lyrics are, as always, genius. Try again, but now we're confused. What is class war? Is this class war? Yes, this is class war. And I'm just a kid. I can't believe I have to worry about this kind of shit. What a stupid world. So fucking good. I was a preteen McCarthyist. I think it's about, indoctrination of a impressionable mind, at a young age. He kind of touches on that later on another album, but the lyrics on this is miles ahead of any fucking fat wreck band at the time. Resisting Tyrannical Government, top song contender. I mean, come on, Jesus saves, Gretzky scores. The workers slave, the rich get more. I mean, fucking hell. Gifts, fantastic lyrics again. Wrote this selfish sadness on a bathroom wall. Spent half the span of some lost culture's rise and fall, but I'm a clueless as a drooling 4-year-old. Fucking John, top tier shit. The only good fascist is a dead fascist. That one lives rent free in my head. People's History, George tearing shit up on the drums. Yeah, you can vote however the fuck you want, but power still calls all the shots. I mean, everybody knows that by now, right? State lottery starts out a little wordy, but once it comes in fucking hard as shit. Refusing to be a Man, again, not my favorite. Propagandhi closing track, and that's more of a musical standpoint, but it's still a fucking good song. I love Let's Talk More Rock.
I'm going to circle back real quick because I just 100% realized what I wrote for Tyrannical Government and was able to decipher it. The Gretzky reference alone made that song a top song contender.
Okay.
And then the analogies between hockey and general sports and the real world and government that they did in that song also. That's what I wrote but couldn't actually read. I still can't read, but I remembered it as soon as you started talking. As soon as you mentioned Gretzky, I knew that.
Wait till we get to Dear Coach's Corner. All right, Tim. Give us Let's Talk More Rock.
I mean, yeah, you guys covered it basically. This album rips. I appreciate that they went even deeper into the political aspect, especially with like song titles and themes. And again, we're like, this is 96. They're very aware of the industrial complex that is, about to take over. And I love that they're calling it out. So, yeah, lyrically, I think there's a lot of really important stuff here for people to unpack. I think there's a lot of really good ideas here that people should consider. And I think musically, it's just a ripping album. It's 14 songs, 26 minutes. It's a quick listen, a lot of fun songs. Like the more talky ones, like the public disservice announcement or the state lottery, like they're highlights. They're great little additions to the album. And I think especially growing off of the first album, this is a step in a very good direction for them.
This is 1996. This was like Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire era.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's also what Offspring were doing Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
No, they're 2 years away from that.
2 years away from that. This would have been Ixnay, right?
Yes. I think Ixnay was out at this point. They were doing Gone Away.
Yeah, so this is Gone Away.
Yeah.
But they did have Jello on that
I'll
album.
take this over every day. 10 out of 10 times.
I like Gone Away.
Yeah, we'll get to 96. Top song or in our album decade grinder. I'm pretty sure Let's Talk More Rock's gonna show up. It might show up there.
I could see it showing up. It's a damn good album.
I must say that album cover's amazing.
Yeah, I mean they clearly like bold letters around it. They weren't pretending to be anything else. You get what you get with this album cover. All right, so
and with the songs.
Yeah, there's no.
I mean,
deception.
just you can read the song track list and know exactly what you're getting into.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The only good fascist is the dead fascist. Oh, we're gonna get hit with the algorithm. The algorithm's gonna hate us, guys. Like, subscribe, share us with your friends. Because YouTube...
we can't help what the songs were titled, what the album's about.
Right. I'm telling you, YouTube algorithm does not like us.
All right, make sure you vote.
Mm-hmm.
But if you vote, is that this album or the next one? Or if you vote,
dumb enough to vote, you're fucking dumb enough to believe them. Because if this country is That was the last album.
Oh, that was less. Okay. Yeah, it was. You're right.
All right. Bill, why don't you guess first?
Oh gosh.
Wait, hold on. I always fuck myself here. Let me think about this.
Say it's your choice.
I gotta think ahead in chess like you did in Nickelback, and I didn't in Queens.
So whoever chooses this one will also choose supporting cast.
Oh.
The next one will choose Today's and Failed. That's Potemkin and Victory.
Yeah, you go first. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. What you think?
So I'm gonna think, Jason, you like the first one more than this one, but it's gonna be close. I will give you that.
You are correct. This is probably the hardest album for me to rank. It's on par with the first album in so many ways, but in other ways it's better. But I think How to Clean Everything flows better. And like if I'm going to reach for a fat Propagandhi album, it's probably going to be How to Clean Everything.
Okay. And based on how Tim talked, I'm gonna say that it's gonna go to number 1 for him.
You would
Just
be
'cause
correct on that front as well.
That's what I was going to guess.
Yeah.
And I would guess Bill's going to do the same.
No, for me, it's gonna be at number 2.
Oh.
For me, I wasn't as. I want to call, especially with how the lyrics are, I don't want to call it lazy. But for me, I always felt like when you do a lot more stuff that's just spoken, it's not as musically engaging at times. I mean, you're able to get the message across more, because obviously if it's spoken, you can very clearly understand what's being said. But I wasn't a big a fan of how much was spoken in this album compared to the prior album.
That's my, and I'm splitting hairs here because I love both these fucking albums so much. But if like the listening experience, I think How to Clean Everything does it a little better. Like it's the wordy parts, while great, and I love them all. You know, you could skip over a couple of them after so many listens. I don't know. I'm splitting hairs here because I listen to both of them in full all the fucking time. So
I just think this one was a little better.
yeah, it is too, though. It is. Like, in so many ways, it's so much better. Fucking, I don't know. It's harder when you have to rank your own band.
For sure.
All right.
For sure.
Up next, Today's Empires, Tomorrow's Ashes. Stick around for that. Like and subscribe. Help us out because that algorithm doesn't like us because we say fuck a lot. And
It's in the song title.
yeah. And do what, Tim? What do we tell our viewers?
Be good decisions and make safe.
The opinions expressed in the following message are those of the Shell Petroleum Company, and in no way misrepresent the business interests of the corporate-owned media in which it originally appeared.